What's up, guys? In this video, I'm giving you 2 techniques for breathing into your balls. This is going to help you to dominate the bedroom, to channel your masculine energy, and by using these 2 techniques, it's going to give you situations on how you can breathe into your balls differently depending on what your goal is. And if you want to get the guided meditation for breathing into your balls, you can find that in the link in the description below, or we'll link it up here. Now, I know it's been a bit. I've been away on the road over the last couple weeks. I've been traveling throughout the Rocky Mountains. That's why I look a little more tan. In fact, I might look a little bit smaller. I haven't been in the gym quite so much. And you see how the beard's growing out. I think we're going to let the beard grow. Now, that's where I've been, and yeah, I may be a little out of practice when it comes to these videos, so understand that's the reason why. Now, in today's video, we're talking about this topic of breathing into your balls. We've talked about this before and how this can help you with better retention. And I think it's important that we first recap what breathing into your balls is. And this is where you're taking a deep breath in through your nose, down into the belly, into the pelvic floor, and down into the bottom of the pelvic floor into your balls. And we're not literally filling your testicles with air. That's not what's happening, but this is a way that you can use your breath, use this cue to breathe deep down into the belly. And just like your diaphragm comes down, your pelvic floor also comes down too. And so there's 2 techniques that you're going to want to be aware of that you can use to breathe into your balls and to be able to circulate your testicular energy. This is going to help you not only to grasp and understand how to harness your masculine energy, how to channel this, but this is going to help you in the bedroom. And without going into too much detail, there's so many different ways that you can use this energy, use these techniques in the bedroom to have not only long extended bouts of literally infinite amounts of time with your woman, but you can also have multiple orgasms along the way. And so there's these 2 techniques, one being the first exercise called the Kegel. And you may be aware of the Kegel, and this is where we're tightening, we're shortening the pelvic floor, and we're drawing this up. There's times where we do want to use the Kegel to tighten, shorten, and draw that energy up. And there's also times where we want to do the opposite, which is the second exercise. And this is called the reverse Kegel. And yeah, I guess they couldn't come up with a better name for it, so they just called it the reverse Kegel. And what this reverse Kegel is where you're relaxing the pelvic floor and you're letting that just relax, be stationary, and you're breathing into that and letting it sink down. It's almost like you're pressing it out. In order to do these 2 exercises, I'm going to walk you through how you would do this, beginning with the Kegel. Now, the Kegel is where, if you imagine that you're urinating and you want to cut off the flow of urine, and you're urinating and you want to cut that stream off, you're going to squeeze, tighten, and draw up your pelvic floor. This is going to cut off the flow of urine, and that's what's called the Kegel. Now, if we talk about the reverse Kegel, this is where you're going to actually engage the flow of urine, or you're going to promote the flow of, say, defecation. And this is where you're going to be more so pushing out, pressing forward and out and down out of the pelvic floor. So the reverse Kegel is where you're initiating the flow of urine, defecation, or if you're trying to pass gas. The Kegel is where you're shortening, you're stopping the flow of urine, and this is where you're going to cut things off. So that's the distinction between the Kegel versus the reverse Kegel. Both of these have practical application, and in fact, many men have the issue of being more of a tight ass, where their pelvic floor is more so tight, tense, and they have a hard time relaxing things. So in the past, when I've taught breathing into your balls, it's always been from a place of keeping the pelvic floor relaxed and breathing deep down into the belly, into the pelvic floor, keeping that relaxed, and then causing that pelvic floor to relax further by breathing deep down and letting that air press down into the pelvic floor, which essentially starts to massage or press down into your testicles. This is how I've taught this. Now, There's different ways, if we say discuss some of the techniques of Mantak Chia in his book, The Multi-Orgasmic Male. He talks about using this technique of kegling with the breathing in order to draw the energy up the spine. Calls this the big draw, and this is where you're using this energy, circulating this testicular energy by breathing in while you're kegling, and this helps to draw the energy up the spine. So this is a little bit different from keeping the pelvic floor relaxed and breathing into a relaxed pelvic floor. Now, when would you use either of these? It's important to understand what your goal is. And if we first begin with the goal of wanting to prevent premature ejaculation, if you want to have longer bouts in the bedroom, if you want to be able to play the bedroom Olympics for as long as possible, well, you're going to want to focus on the technique of the reverse Kegel and breathing into a reversed Kegel, relaxed pelvic floor. What does this look like? If you get yourself into a situation by accident, you happen to be sleeping with a woman and you're in the bedroom and you find yourself a little overly excited, what you can do is you can use the reverse Kegel and breathe deep down into the belly, into the balls, into the pelvic floor. And this is going to help to relax that pelvic floor. That's going to help you to delay the onset of ejaculation. That's going to help you to delay orgasm. So this is a way that you can use the reverse Kegel, breathing into your balls with a reverse Kegel, that's going to help you to last for longer in the bedroom. If you can last longer, this sets you so far aside from all of the other guys out there that may only last a couple minutes, couple seconds. Usually most men can only last up to 12 to 15 minutes. So if you can outperform all of these other men, not that I'm here to give you all of my secrets, but if you can do this, you can blow a woman's mind. And this is going to keep her coming back again and again for more and more. And this makes you more of a man that is in control of his masculine energy, that can take control of his testicular energy, circulate this, and know what he can do in order to dominate the bedroom. So that's our first technique. That's using the reverse Kegel with the breathing. So we're keeping the pelvic floor relaxed and breathing deep into the belly, and that's going to help to delay the onset of ejaculation and orgasm. Now, the second way that we can use this, breathing into your balls technique, is where we're using what Mantak Chia teaches. And this is where we're using the Kegel along with the inhale, and this is going to help to draw the energy up the spine. This is going to help to circulate the energy so that you don't get into this time or this position where you find yourself out of control of this energy and it's built up to the point where it has to go somewhere and it just goes out and forward. So this is where you can use the Kegel along with the breathing in, where you're inhaling in through the nose, deep down into the belly, into the pelvic floor. And now you have a Kegel happening at the same time. So you have a tight pelvic floor contracted with the breath going in here, and that helps to then circulate that energy. That's going to move the energy up the spine, up the back of the head, and then down. So these are the two techniques that you can use for breathing into your balls, where you can use breathing into your balls with the reverse Kegel. That's going to help you to delay the onset of ejaculation and orgasm, help you last for longer. And then if you find yourself in a position where over time you need to circulate this energy, this is where you use the Kegel along with the breathing, and you can circulate that up the spine. Now, there's times where you may find yourself going past the point of return, and what you can do in these situations is you can combine the two, breathe while you're contracting, while you're pressing out at the same time, kind of like an isometric Valsalva. This can actually stop yourself if you've gone over the edge, past the point of no return. This is something we're not going to talk a lot about now, but just understand there's a lot of techniques that we can use to dominate the bedroom, whether we're using the reverse Kegel, the Kegel, a combination of the two, and understanding when each is appropriate. And if you need help understanding how to breathe into your balls, I have other videos on this. I have more coming out on this soon, and you can listen to the guided meditation where I guide you through this. And in fact, spoiler alert, I have a program coming out very soon that's going to help you to not only build a stronger pelvic floor, but how to understand how to circulate this energy, how to dominate the bedroom, and A little bonus, it's going to teach you how to increase the size, the length, and the girth of your male member. Stick around. If you want to get that, that'll be coming out very soon. You can get my courses, coaching, all of that in the link in the description below. Get the free testosterone optimization course where I teach you everything I did to increase my testosterone by 400% completely naturally, and I'll talk to you soon.